Hello my dear Scorpio, this is your love and spirituality reading for the time between December 16 and December 31st, 2017 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So I will start shuffling your cards, and I used the Tarot of the Hidden Realm by Barbara Moore and illustrated by Julia Jeffrey. So when I open your deck, I see the Nine of Swords and Page of Wands. So the Nine of Swords is kind of the pain card, but the pain is also giving us a lot of experience. Kind of not go there, don't do that. We learn since we are small children to not touch a hot stove or to play only with nice people. So we have the wisdom owl here, and it's leaving a lot of feathers. So it might be that you have gotten a lot of signs for how to deal with any painful situation in your life, and you need to use your wisdom and your past experience to get through this. Page of Wands is a fire child. So it's a person being very connected with the divine. So with the feathers and the owl and this Page of Wands, I think you're being talked to, Scorpio. I think the divine is trying to talk with you. So try to open up both mind and heart to receive this information, even if it's painful. It might be like a painful longing or a loss that's resulted in a painful longing, but it's still going to guide you into your new tomorrow, like something better for yourself. Okay, so we'll start shuffling the cards here, and I call the divine with love and light. Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords. I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and I call the six elements. And here we also have the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. And I call the six elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Scorpio viewers. And here you have the Sun as well. Death, Five of Pentacles. And this is Scorpio, transformation. You have the Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. Probably something in between also that I don't remember. But these cards are talking about, it's talking about that you feeling left out in the cold by someone, and maybe also judged. And it might be that you're also feeling like shame of something. Maybe someone has made you feel ashamed of yourself. Or like less valuable. Okay, so I will just tune in for a few seconds. Okay, so my dear Scorpio, this is your future, and this is your now there, and this is your past. So the past is November, the first part of December 2017, and we have the Fool card. So the Fool card is talking about a new beginning, something new. You also had the Page of Wands, so it's like you there is a vibrant new start for you. It's just that you're holding on maybe to some sort of old pain, or you still stay in the painful situation when you really could move on. It might be also painful thoughts with the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords, that you're thinking, you're reminiscing about something that's actually not here anymore. It was in your past, but you're still, it's like the ghost of this situation is still haunting you, or at your side all the time. So it might be overthinking. Here it seems like you have a fresh new start. Everything is going rather great. It's just that there's something from the past that's haunting you. So that's the past. This is the now, the second part of December 2017, and we have the Knight of Cups. That's usually Pisces, but I think this is you, Scorpio. Knight of Cups is an offer of love. It might be someone feeling very romantic, or maybe wants to ask for forgiveness for something that they have done. So this might be you approaching someone with offerings of love and vulnerability, or it might be someone coming to you with this offer. So it's the Fool and it's Knight of Cups. So I think whatever has happened in the past, this person wants to repent themselves, wants to make amends, wants to be better for you, okay, or you want to be better for another person. So I think this pain actually made you see what's worth something. So maybe or the pain for the other person has made them see what's worth something. Maybe missing you or being without you has made them see that they regret their past actions, or it might be the same thing for you. I will try to read from one point of view. It's hard sometimes when I see it from two sides. And here you have the Six of Cups. It didn't come when I shuffled the card. It has done so for all the other signs, but no one has had it in the reading. And you don't have it in your actual reading, just in the energy, like the energy of January. This is going into January, and we have the Six of Cups. So it seems like whatever it is that has been haunting you, if you open it up and being vulnerable, or if another person that needs to do so open up and being vulnerable to you, this will be able to probably fix itself. Maybe in January the energy is hitting you then with this for this. Both the Knight of Cups and the Six of Cups are talking about like peace offerings, or a second chance to do something better, and like really loving a person and wants to be better for them as well. And so it's also nostalgia and being in love and feeling like falling in love also, and with the Six of Cups it's also a healing of childhood issues. So it might be that this, whatever has been going on that has made you so sad, has actually been a way to heal you from your childhood issues, that you don't have to you don't have to act like you were taught when you were small. You can heal from this issue, and this kind of survival strategies that you might have added to you when you were a child. So here is the past, and we see a Page of Swords. So it might be that you or someone else has said something like it was the truth, but it was probably hard to hear. It was this kind of penetrating truth when someone says something that might stick with you forever. It's like these messages, someone really talks the truth, and it wakes you up, but maybe in sometimes in a little bit unpleasant way. But because the Page of Swords is a revolutionary energy, so it wants to change something. So it has the kiss of death a little bit with it, that you can't hear that thing and be left unchanged. So someone has told you something that has kind of penetrated deep into you, or you have told something to someone that has penetrated deep into their mind. And here you have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is also a card about communication, but it's a card of communication where you kind of want to have things in a certain order, in a certain manner. Like you want what you want, it's not going to be able to change. So even if you communicate with a person, you can't really bend your neck or change your opinion in this situation. It is what it is. You have seen the truth, and this is what you want to have, or this is how it's going to be. So you want to be able to kind of participate or make partnership with others, but you're not going to be able to do so with less than like being authentic. Like you can't lie to be in this situation. You can't change yourself to be in this situation, or you can't kind of lower yourself to not be be lovingly treated in this situation. You can see the girl here is becoming the woman in this picture. So I'm thinking that it's someone that's have put some kind of boundary when it comes either to a love situation, a partnership situation, with co-workers, or different situation, family, whatever. So it's like the inner core of them has started to become very strong and piercing with their words. Like this is what they want. It's a very decisive energy. So and I think justice will prevail here. I hope justice will prevail here. It feels like a person that has maybe taken a lot of crap before have stopped doing so, and they are not going to take it anymore. So the person sending the crap either need to change, or will probably be banned from this trinity. And here we have a Two of Pentacles. So it's like you're standing in front of a crossroad, is still the same girl, but she's becoming young again. So the Three of Wands is Holy Trinity. Mother, Father, Child is the three pieces of you. Like you need to have the child, the antenna, and I think you have it here. And you need to have the mother, the witch, the one that can interpret the child's need. And you need to have the father that can protect them all and also spread the word about what the child and the mother wants to say. So it might be, for example, that here we see a Two of Pentacles, someone's waiting for something to grow. So I think it's like this, that you love a person, but you're waiting for them to grow. You're waiting for them to take their fair share of responsibility in the relationship, for example. So I think this your inner child has been telling you that you need to put certain demands on your relationships. And your witch has probably interpreted that and told your protector, the masculine side of you, to be able to communicate this to the world. And now you're probably hoping and waiting for the other person to hear you and for the other person to, you know, understand your message, and that things have changed now, because the Two of Pentacles is also for change. So that they, yes, the rules have changed. The rules for this relationship or this situation has changed. So you are not going to play along in the way that you did before. So either they change or the deal is off. So it's like you're hanging a little bit in limbo, waiting here to see what they will come up with after you have told them the truth. And if you're cross-watching for Scorpio, probably this message is for you, because the message comes in some beautiful synchronistic way to the people that actually listens to them or needs to hear them. So in your case, it might be that the Scorpio has been the one not putting you in an equal level to them, like not respecting you. And now you require respect to continue the relationship. Simply, that is what I see here. And it's the Fool. So it's really your the child energy. You see here is a young, they are almost like teenagers. But it's, you want to be loved for the person that you are. You don't want to be loved for something that you can, how you can act to be. And here you have the devil and the shadow dance. It's the devil and the Ten of Swords. So I think this is what has kept you in chess before. Like you have fear that people would get angry with you or cut relationships with you. So you have played it nice. But now it's like either your soul or this relationship, and you need to align with your soul. So that's why you're becoming, it's like you're soft but yet very stubborn, like this is what I want. And here we see the now. So that is the second part of December, around Christmas time for 2017. And we have the Six of Wands underneath the Page of Swords. So Page of Swords is messages, truthful messages, like speak your truth even if your voice shakes. And the Six of Wands is the Victory card. So the Victory card, it's about how you present yourself to the world. And some people can be very, like, it's very important for them how they present themselves to the world. So this image of them can become like super important. But here it seems like your own truthful self, like your pure self, has been able to present itself, and you still have victory. Like it's even more likely that you will get victory in this way. When you respect yourself, others will respect you. And it's like also, if they don't respect you, you don't care. If they don't respect you, you will respect you. So it's like you're on a victory tour here. And some of you might be dealing also with an air sign person. And you can look at their reading, especially maybe Libra, to see what they are dealing with when it comes to outer like how they present themselves to the world. And here we have the Ace of Swords as well. So Both Ace of Swords and Page of Swords are very similar. It's kind of the same energy. It's messages, and it's clear, like seeing things very clear. Ace of Swords is the pure element of air. It's like the air element that you can use for thinking or for communicating or seeing things, like for your inner vision, things like this. And the Page of Swords is kind of the entity that uses that power, and it's your soul, okay, that uses that power. It's like this energy has you're the antenna, the visionary antenna that can through your own visions or through your own thoughts also see what your soul wants to say. So in this case, it might be that you have you hear words, or you are talking maybe with someone inside your head and having debates a little bit. And this is almost always very important information, so write it down, like the conclusion of that inner discussion, because you might need it later on. And don't stay with the thinking, because this is very pure beautiful energy. It's not this 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords distorted back and forth thinking. It's like you think the things that you want to think, you write it down if necessary, and then you leave the thinking area. You don't want to be like you don't want to be addicted to thinking, because with the cards that you had before, you might be a little bit addicted to this sad story. Here you are clearing up the sad story by, you know, seeing it how it is, so you can present yourself to the world with your clear opinion. So it's a lot of with messages here coming through. So it might be that you have sent a message to someone, a powerful message that's very pure. It's not, it doesn't have any, like it's I can't see it so much like they manipulating or that they want to win or something like this. It's the victory card, but it seems like it comes from a very clear agenda. Like they want to be able to cooperate with you, or you want to be able to cooperate with them. It's not like they are you are doing this to win, or they are doing this to win. They are doing this because they want to have this clear communication with you. Okay, and here we have the Hangman. So 2 of Pentacles and the Hangman. It seems like you have given this message to someone, and now you need to wait for them to grow into these shoes that you have put in front of them. You might have told them that from now on, this is how you behave in my kitchen, for example. And then you might need to wait for your teenage children, for example, to adapt to that. And you might need to tell them several times. So it's like here it's change, and here it's a maturity process. And for those that's dealing with troubled lover or something similar to this, might need to give them time away from you to find out, like to learn this. Maybe they need to miss you a little bit and have some kind of trigger, so they will start to mature and start to be able to also put value into the relationship instead of trying to win over you. Okay. So, the Hangman, it's a very good card. It's connected to the Empress, so it's a little bit of a pregnancy, like something wants to evolve here, something wants to be, and it's connected to the Trinity. So, to be able to cooperate together, you need to also grow together. But here it seems like there's one that has grown to a certain level, and the other one is a little bit behind with their development. Maybe you have spoiled them, okay? Maybe you spoiled them, and therefore they are a little bit behind in their development, and now you have put some responsibility on them. And now if they want to be together with you or work together with you, they need to rise up to the occasion. So, okay. So this energy was the Knight of Cups, and his messages. So it might be that someone is coming in to say that they're sorry many different times. Okay, here the Fool comes, so they might not present themselves like in the most thought through way. And that's why here we see you put down your sword after you have been using it. So I think that here they came in one way, and that was not accepted by you. And here they come again, in another way. Maybe they try to be a little bit more smart here, but still you are not accepting them. It's like they are still left out in the cold a little bit. We saw the Five of Pentacles also when I shuffled the cards. And here we have Six of Cups, so we will see if you will be able to reconcile and come together with this. Oh, here we have the Moon card. So, Six of Wands, Page of Wands. I think this person that came to you needs to go through pain. I think one side of this equation have already gone through a lot of pain, have been through like hell and back, and that's where you found your strength. And now this other person that you're dealing with is going to have to do the same journey to mature, as we saw. So it seems like there will be a time where there's a lot of pain and agony because of spiritual growth is needed. And maybe also healing, because the Moon holds our traumas. It's very close to the Three of Swords in that matter, that it holds our traumas, and you remember all the time that you have been wronged or traumatized in different ways. So we see here she's putting down the sword. Here she is like rather explosive, and then she crawls. So it's going to shift in different moods, like a person being very because in this row I think it was you, and in this row it's probably the other person. And here first they were rather sure of themselves, and here even more so, but then they are actually forced on their knees to actually start doing the real work, not just you know, try to charm you in different ways to make you open the door for them, or to give them back their allowance, or to celebrate Christmas together with them. This time it needs to be like for real. They need to do the real spiritual work. They can't just say I'm sorry and then go back to acting like they did towards you before. Okay, and here we have life renewed. So you see the green with this, with all these cards, also the Fool card that we have up here. It's someone growing in a very beautiful way. So don't be so afraid, or don't have so much guilt if you have told someone off, even if you have told them off several times, because they probably needed this to grow, and it seems very luscious and very fertile. And I think you also grow when you start putting these demands on people instead of just accepting whatever. And this is 20, and you have the Two of Pentacles, so 22 plus 0 is 2. So you're working with this to be able to have a clear judgment in a situation, so you can make a choice. Always be able to make a choice from your clear judgment. And you see that the clear judgment here comes kind of from the inner child. This is a little child presenting the seed to you. Like, who are you for real? Present yourself and judge from the person that you are for real. Don't judge after the laws that your parents have taught you or school has taught you. Look at your soul's inner value and follow that like red thread to be able to judge situations. Should I or shouldn't I? Yes or no? Do I want this or don't I want it? So you need to be able to have a very clear judgment here. Here I think that this is you. And the Three of Wands and the Ace of Swords and the Life Renewed. Like, you're not going to take anything of that what you have taken before. Like, this time it's going to be equal, it's going to be just, it's going to be like people are there to support each other, not to steal things from each other and run for the hills, or to make one person do all the take all the responsibility while you are why the one person is not having any responsibility at all. So if you are going to be together with people in the future, you're going to be together with them because they also do the work together with you. And sometimes we can also overfunction. So I think there's a little bit of a situation here where people have overfunctioned and spoiled persons. So you can't really blame them now for being all spoiled. but it seems like it will be able to be corrected. Okay, so life renewed is also rebirth. So it might be someone coming crawling back to you here, wanting to, like, they want to have this back what they had before with you, what they, water is memories. This lady is bathing in the waters, and we can see her eyes is almost closed, like she's remembering something. And here you see they come crawling back to you and offering you this forgiveness, but now it's not from this hopped up position where they are acting like all smooth and like the world revolves around them, but more this is Leo in say Jupiter in Leo, so might be a little bit sun revolves. Here they come like crawling because they have done the work, and here is like their soul has waken up. They're the person that they were when they came, beamed straight from the divine. So now they can offer you something for real, not this tainted thing. And here you have Four of Wands, so it seems like it will end well, like with a reconciliation and probably a new platform where people working together, like playing in harmony, doing things in harmony, also growing together, like personal growth. Not one, you know, doesn't want to hear that they have any problem with themselves, just wants to go on like nothing has happened, and we all have these people in our lives, and it's usually because they fear that they are bad people, and they don't want to feel that way. So every time you criticize them, they will like put the deaf ear on, and they won't hear you, or they will call you like dramatic, or like you want to argue, or whatever it is. But really it's like they believe you when you criticize them, and they feel that they are all to the core bad, and they will never be able to change. So it's someone that has destroyed them in one way, and you have built them up in another way, and both situations were not good, because when they got destroyed, their true soul got destroyed. Like they couldn't present themselves as they really were anymore. And when you pamper them, because you noticed that they were very fragile, and you couldn't say certain words to them, and you couldn't do certain things with them, and you had to always take in consideration that they were very fragile, but they tried to come out as hard people, or cool people, or detached people, but really you knew. So you were the stronger one, trying to take responsibility in this situation, and therefore you pampered them and you spoiled them. So now they are both being traumatized and spoiled. Okay, but it seems like in the future, if they do the work here for real with the judgment day, like the life renewed and the moon, they will be able to come and build something solid with you, like a new foundation. And it might be also, for some of you, it might be like yes, you're giving up and just going on it at yourself, and finding out like my way or the highway is actually bringing you self-respect and self-love. So for some of you it will be like that as well, that you will choose to move on and build your foundation somewhere else. But for most, I see that this person that you're dealing with will learn and mature, and you will do so too, because now you know that it's you need to be two in a relationship working together. So I get this a lot, this card. So it's the butterfly. The butterfly is transformation. We have a cage there. So some of you might be like going through a transformation, and also leaving the cage. The cage is your own inner voice judging you. Okay, it's the Eight of Swords. So that has prevented you from transform. If you think that you are bad, so bad that you can't even look inside yourself, of course you don't want to go inside and look what's going on, but you need to do it, and then you'll see, oh, I judge myself a lot, and I encourage myself a lot. And here it's like either she is trying to call back the butterfly that has gone, or she's letting them loose. And it's also like you have a strategy or a plan here. So it's looking a little bit like a person manipulating a situation. And I think it's you, Scorpio. You want this person to evolve. You have a plan for their involvement, like the divine had a plan for you when you met this person, or they made this person your father or your best friend or your children or whatever partner. So, and now you have a plan how to help them too to grow to the level that you have now reached. Okay, so we'll see what's going on with the vibrational energy oracle cards for you. Too many cards, but it's an interesting one. Huntsman. Okay, so I think it's in this like with the manipulation. Huntsman, you want something, you're very set on this. Probably you're very set on this situation. Four of Wands, this is what you want. Three of Wands, Four of Wands. You are not going to take something that's like less than what you have decided upon. I will try to find the right page. There it is. Okay, so I'll read this card for you because I think these texts are amazing. To survive, we need the hunter instinct and be ready to put it into action, to go out in the world and take what is truly ours. This vibration is engaging and powerful, so be careful how you use it. Make sure your intent is of pure heart and provide the source of nourishment to your soul. Don't just kill for killing's sake, only take what you need when you need it. So this card hasn't popped out much. It came once for Libra. It might have been for the beginning of December readings. So you might want to check out that. Maybe you have Libra in your chart as the sun, moon, or rising, or the person that you're dealing with might have. So in other case, I didn't see that much star sign. I see here water sign, fire sign. We have, of course, earth, fire, and here with the moon, it's kind of all water signs again. With it's usually Cancer or Pisces, and you are a Scorpio, so you're a little bit different to the other signs. You are more connected with death, and then water. Okay, because you're good at transformation, you're good at change. You usually bring in the newest, like the latest development from the divine to this world, like your inner child did. Okay, it's starting to get dark, so I will have to do this last spread for Aries with lamplight. Sweden is turning really dark, and we are going on the 2nd of December today, and in 19 days it will be as dark as it will get. So it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's this dark already. So okay, my dear Scorpio, I hope this helped and that it resonated with your situation, so you can know a little bit better what you're dealing with. And I also want to invite you back to the beginning of 2018 spread that I will perform in the middle of December. So I hope that will be a year with somewhat lighter energy. So I'll show you the cards since it's getting so dark so you can see. Okay, I take really good care. Bye bye.